fabulous humans, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then well, hello, how you doing? Welcome. You have just slipped into the most fabulous place on YouTube, and I am so happy to have you here. Well, now that I have you here, I'm just going to give you 5 seconds so you can go do what you do. Subscribe to the channel, become part of the Glitter and Glam Squad so we can shine together. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell so you will always be notified when I upload a new video. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button so YouTube knows that little old me, I need a little shining, 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 yeah. Ooh, all of this winnings in this YouTube streets, okay? If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. It means a lot to me. I truly, truly appreciate it. Now, today's video, as you can see by the title and by my, let me fix my pink. By my pink outfit, then you know what it's about. It's about Pink Friday 2 by Nicki Minaj. So this is a bonus video that I'm like, let me do this and put this out there. At first, I didn't want to do this because I felt like if you know me and you follow me on Instagram, are you following me on Instagram? If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I'm a huge Nicki Minaj fan. Anything Nicki Minaj does, I eat it up. So I felt like if I do this review, I might be biased. In my head, I thought about that. But then I'm like, but I did Ariana Grande's perfume and I did Beyonce. And then the one time that I'm supposed to like come out here and really talk about stuff for Nicki, and I'm not gonna do that because I feel like people may think that I may be biased because I love the queen. No, I'm gonna do this. So I just got this in the mail. Actually, it came last night, and that's when I was thinking about it in my head. But so I'm like, yes, let's get into Pink Friday 2. If you want to know my thoughts on the brand new Nicki Minaj Pink Friday 2 fragrance, because we're going to do a wear and tear test. We're going to see what you do. We're going to get into the notes. We're going to get into the price, and then we'll see if this is worth the hype, because everybody's hyping this up, okay? If you want to know my thoughts on Pink Friday 2 by the Queen Nicki, then stick around.
That night I said I was recording late. I wasn't recording late. I was just smoking, chilling at a couple tracks.
Before we get into Pink Friday 2, I got Pink Friday 1. This is my Pink Friday 1. And, oh yes, honey. So I'm expecting this to smell similar, very sweet based off of the notes. But before we get into that, let's get into the price. Now for the price, this retailed for $49. And this is 50 ml. So it's 50 ml is $49. That is not bad. Now is this is, let's see. This is also 50 ml. So $49. I got this from JCPenney because they decided to launch it early. That's a different issue that Nicki has to deal with, not me. But it was $49, and to be honest, that is cheap. Like, to me, that was cheap. I think Ariana Grande, was it 100 ml? And that was 60 something. For the first time, I would say, I think it's underpriced. Now, I've not smelled it. Just from the pricing for $49, I think it's slightly underpriced. I think that she would have put it at 60. But then this is a 50 ml. Maybe 55. Because, I don't know. I felt like it was cheap, okay? But I love cheap. And as long as it's good, that's all that matters. So let's open her up. So this is the box. It's pink, it's soft, it's Nicki. And let's see what the fragrance bottle looks like. I've seen it on Twitter, so I know what it looks like. It's the Super Freaky Girl. Oh, the hair is the same. I guess it makes sense because it's still Pink Friday, so it's still going to be the hair. And then the outfit is the Super Freaky Girl outfit. But before we get into the fragrance, let's get into the notes. Now, for the top notes, we get solar notes. Now, I feel like that's where they put the stuff that they don't want us to know what's in here. We get nectarine and we get pineapple. So it's going to be fruity and juicy. And then in the middle notes, we get damask rose, mimosa, African orange flower. So it's a fruity floral. And in the base, we get musk, amber, and tonka bean. So I think that this is going to be very, very mass appealing. It's not going to be a challenging fragrance. So now I can see why people love this fragrance. Let's open it. Come on, Nicki. Open up. Let's see if, new Nicki Minaj, if you do what he do. My honest opinion. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Nicki. Oh, it's beautiful. What? Now, you see, I'm not kidding, y'all. And you guys know that I am on Spotify for my wrap up. I was 0.005. And Nicki was my #1 most listened to artist. But one thing you guys know, I don't care because I'm going to say it out. Nobody pays my bills. I pay my bills. So I'm going to be honest with you. This is amazing. It is beautiful and very mass appealing. It is actually grown and sexy. I did not expect this fragrance to be like this. What? Really, Nicki? This is good. Now, I'm gonna say this. It smells very, very mass appealing. I can see why everybody loves it. And I can see why people struggle with Beyonce fragrance, because Beyonce fragrance is very unique in a different way. This is very mass appealing. And honestly, I don't have anything that smells really like this. Let me compare it to Pink Friday, the original, and we'll see what it do. So this is the original Pink Friday because why not? I have it. I feel like I need to change now I can see why people were changing the wig for this, because it's exactly like this. So we want to like play dress up with the dolls. So this is the original Pink Friday. And this is deep and darker. It feels like this is that pink sugary kind of vibe, like the vanilla. Like this one is very sweet, like vanilla and caramel kind of fragrance. And then there's white floral in here as well. And then I think there's a fruit, like, it has that mandarin, white floral, and then the vanilla and the caramel. This is very fun. This is very fun. This is very playful. The OG is very Princess by Killian kind of fragrance. Is for the youth. Is very young and fun and playful. But however, the Pink Friday 2 is more mature. So I can see why this is like this. Like, it actually tells a story. It's like a journey. Like, the OG was like when she was younger. Now it's like a grown and sexy version. It's very nice. I can't lie. It's very, very nice. And one thing I will tell you, I was expecting to get alcohol when I sprayed it because it was cheap. And I didn't get that. So I'm surprised that I did not get alcohol from this at all. I mean, it's a slight hint, but not what I thought. Like, I have sprayed fragrances, designer fragrances that are over $100, $150, $140 that actually have a lot of alcohol. But this one doesn't. This smells very crowd pleasing. I can see why people are loving this fragrance. This is very, very nice. Very nice. And it is underpriced, in my opinion. I'm gonna put this all over me, and I'm gonna see how long it lasts, because when we put, oh yeah, this is Nicki, this is good. I'm gonna layer mine for the tour. I can see myself layering it up for the tour, but then everybody's gonna use this for the tour, and we're all gonna smell the same. So I'm gonna layer maybe Pink Friday 1 with Pink Friday 2 to smell a little different. I am dousing myself in this. That's how. This is good. I am impressed. This is good. I know that Ariana is her sister, but this is better than the new Ariana Grande Cloud Pink. This is actually better than it. But I'll be gone and I will be back with my final thoughts on the new Pink Friday 2 by Nicki Minaj. I am back with my final thoughts on the new Pink Friday 2 by Nicki Minaj. First of all, I think I didn't really get into the packaging the way I would have liked. This is one of the prettiest bottles from the collection. However, I struggle a little bit with the bottles, especially the Majesty one. I don't like that bottle. That's why I don't own that one, because the wig, I don't like that bottle. You know, when it comes to bottles and packaging, I love a slick look. Give me something slick and simple, but a little luxurious. So the wig bottles are not my favorite bottles. Let's get that straight. However, it is what it is. They're all wigs. The original OG and this one, I think, are actually some of the best bottles from the collection, because I feel like the hair is simple, is sleek, is to the point, and the outfit is also pretty nice. So I do think that, and the bangs look, yeah, the bangs are the same with the pink lipstick. I think that from the collection, these two are the prettiest bottles for me from the collection. This is $49, so I'm not going to judge the packaging because it's a $49 fragrance. For $49, then I'm okay with it. I'm not going to say. Now, when I put it on me, I would say I did get a little bit of the alcohol as I put it all over me, but then, you know, I put a lot, so I got some of the alcohol. But after the alcohol died down, do you know what I started getting from it? It is like a watered down version of Blossom Love by Amouage. Now, I don't know why I'm getting Blossom Love by Amouage. So I don't know why I was getting a little bit of Blossom Love. I don't know if it's the base, because in here there's tonka bean in the base, and there's amber, and there's rose in here. And you get tonka bean, and you get amber, and you get rose in here. So I feel like that's where it was pulling from, but it's not as strong. But I feel like it reminded me of Blossom Love. It does, but it's like, it's a very, very watered down version of Blossom Love for me. Now, as far as longevity, I wore this and I waited for about 3 hours. I would say right now it's a skin scent. So it's not going to give you 12 hours wear. For me, after 3-4 hours, I'm going to reapply this. This is one of those fragrances that you have to reapply it again. It's not super, super long lasting. But I smell myself. I still smell myself. And as I'm smelling myself, I'm like, oh, I smell, I'm giving a little bit of Blossom Love. So what are the pros for me and the cons? And I'm going to start with a con. And this is a really crazy con, y'all, because you know I love to end up with a high note. For the con for me for this would be, I don't think that is super, super long lasting, because of the kind of fragrances I have in my collection. You know, when you have like the Amouage and the Xerjoffs, like those last super, super long. So I don't think so. At first, I wasn't picking up on the alcohol, but then the alcohol started to shine. But for me, that's not a con because of the price, which brings us to the pro. For me, for the price of this, the pro is the price. $49 for 50 ml, I think is a steal. That is so good. She is the one person that actually thought about price for me, because Ariana Grande's wasn't overpriced. I think it was fair. It was like 64, was it 64 or $68 for hers? And then Beyonce's was 160. By the time I added shipping, everything was 190 something. And that to me was overpriced. For $49 for this, I think that the price is actually underpriced. I think she would have put this for between $55, $60. I think would have still been good. We'll still buy it. Even if it's a 50 ml, we'll probably still buy it. I think that would have been fair. Honestly, I think it's a bit underpriced. But that's just me. Now, for the fragrance itself, I think it's beautiful. It smells very crowd pleasing. It does give off, not Macy's counter, a bit of maybe Sephora counter vibes. Very mass appealing. I think I can see why everybody loves it. It smells like a very pretty lady. I know it's a Nicki Minaj fragrance, but I will pair this fragrance with somebody else because of course it's her fragrance, so she's gonna smell like this. If I were to pair this with a celebrity, it'll be Ashanti. This smells like something that would really, really smell good and look good and on Ashanti. I can see Ashanti wearing this fragrance and smelling sexy. Ashanti always smells good, so I heard. She is one celebrity that everybody says smells so good. So I can see her wearing this fragrance. But when I put it next to Blossom Love is so strong and potent. This is like giving a baby, baby vibes. You know what? It actually also has that baby. It smells like a baby too. It smells like a baby, a cute little baby. So it gets that baby vibes. But I think that this is definitely worth the price. For $49, you cannot beat that with a stick. And I will be lenient on the bottle and the packaging for this because of the price. Because, you know, everything has to flow together. I'm not going to be nitpicking for packaging for a $49 fragrance. That's a bit ridiculous. Now it's settling down. And it's really turning a bit powdery. It's powdery, but it's not as strong as Blossom Love. Blossom Love is so strong and potent, guys. It's just that the base is similar, so it just is reminiscent. Now, if you want to buy Blossom Love, don't go buy this because it's not the same, but it's reminiscent of it. It's like I can see what she was trying to do. Maybe Blossom Love is one of her favorite fragrances. Maybe, I'm just saying. Because sometimes people do that. Fragrances they like, they try to take elements from it because they love it to recreate something. I don't know. Nicki never told me that. But I think that this was a really good release from her. It's a spring and summer fragrance. It's not a fall and winter scent. So this is a March, April, May kind of fragrance. I think it will shine through in those months and I'll bring it out then. And I would also see what I can layer it with to also make it, you know, last longer and funk it up a bit. This is a good fragrance topper. I just need to figure out what I want to play, how I want to do it, what I'm going to play with. But yes, y'all, Nicki did her big one. I'm not going to lie. This is good. This is very good. If it wasn't, I would still come and say, you know what, I love you, Nicki, but this ain't it. But this is good. I can see why the people love it. It's very crowd pleasing. Everybody's gonna love it. So yes, y'all, those are my thoughts on the Pink Friday 2 fragrance by Nicki Minaj. I think that right now, to be honest, I prefer Pink Friday 2 to Pink Friday 1, the first OG. The OG is nice, it's good, but Pink Friday 2 I think smells more sexier and mature. And like I said, we're gonna put it on Ashanti. This is a fragrance for Ashanti, and of course it's a Nicki Minaj fragrance, so it's gonna be for her. So yes, y'all, those are my thoughts on the brand spanking new Nicki Minaj Pink Friday 2 fragrance. I will be wearing both of them. I think I may layer them together for the tour. I need to figure out my tour fragrance, but I have to wear one of these for the tour, or maybe I'll wear Onika. Now, Onika is a good one. Majesty, I need to figure it out. I may have to wear like 2, 3, 4 of them all at once to mask it so I don't smell like everybody else, but I will be wearing this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like I always say, in all things, add glitter. Whenever you're in doubt, add more glitter. And when all else fails and your back's against the ropes, you should get you Pink Friday 2 by Nicki. It is worth it. It is worth it. For $49. You cannot beat that with a stick. It is actually worth the price. It is underpriced in my opinion. She would have thrown in maybe $10 more on it and made it $55 or $60. I think it would be still fair. $55. Let's give it $55 for this. I think that would have been still good too, but add more glitter. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Oh, let me top it up with Pink Friday, the OG, and see what it do. Oh, yes.